Guys, so basically today I'm going to be talking about the Soviet GP-4 gas mask. This one's, as you can see, is similar to the GP5. As you can see, the lenses and the simple, you know, how it's kind of like simply just put together. But I will say it's definitely not. Now, is this rarer than most of the other ones? I mean, in some senses, some senses, yes, but not really. I mean, it's not like the rarest thing ever. I mean, there's rarer ones out there. It's just one of those ones where it's not a GP5, so they're not going to be as cheap, but they're not going to be that expensive at the same time. They're like in between, one of those. But yeah, the production of these started around 1954 and ended around 1974. The filters you usually use, I don't have one of those on here. Now, they did use these too, but mostly they would use the coffee can type filters. And, of course, I'd come in like gray or brown colors on those. And, but yeah, I mean, basically, though, another thing that's cool about this is the exhale valve, the metal exhale valve assembly is, it's actually similar to the FDFD gas mask. And basically, the reason for that is because, well, it was just made similar. But if you're wondering what that mask is, that's the one that was made for children and basically the hose came out like where the nose was. That's which one I'm talking about. But yeah, basically into this mask, this is a size 3, so it fit me decently well. And this one was made, it looks like around 1968, because that's what it says right there. The one with this filter adds up with the date. This filter I think is different for this one because it says 1989. So yeah. Now you might be seeing, yes, there is a hose in this, and can you take it off? No. I mean, unless you want to hurt the mask, you cannot take off the hose really without breaking the mask. It is kind of just put on there and is not really supposed to be taken off. Now, usually these come with like a bag and all that, and they cut in that big coffee can filter. Do I have any of that? No. Unfortunately, I do not with this one. I do not have that with it. But the cool one about this one is that, of course, you got this down here, but the XL valve. But what's cool about this one is that it's simply made inside, but this one actually used straps, like stretchy straps, instead of just stretching over your head with the rubber. But if you want to see it, that's what it looks like inside. You can see it's sort of simple, kind of like the other ones, and then the lenses are kind of like the GP5 lenses. But yeah, the straps of course are a decently new thing to it. Usually they don't in these masks, they don't use straps, but on this one, these are one of the exceptions they do. And yeah, the only thing that didn't work out with these was that it kind of liked to mess with its users, because it fogs up easy, because it does not have, unfortunately, a Tizit's tubes. I think I'm saying that right. And it only has a inhale and exhale valve. So that's just kind of like how that goes, I guess. I mean, that's just how they made it, and that's just the one of the problems with it. But I mean, in general, yeah, there's not too much wrong with it, just besides fogging and that you can't really remove the hose, so it's kind of a little bit more in the way than usual. But I mean, it still decently works. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it about this one. I will say that price-wise, I would probably not pay more than like as I said, the GP5s. I mean, and even the SHMS gas mask. They range for, depending on how much you get with it. I mean, if you get the whole set with everything that's all matching the dates, I mean, they're gonna probably ask you for like $80, maybe even 100, depending on what the deal is. But I saw that with GP5s, or well, not really with GP5s, like the SHMS. I will admit it was a little bit more rare, but it doesn't cost much unless you buy everything with it. Like, same thing with this one. If you buy everything with it, it's going to cost a decent amount. But if you just buy this, like this or whatever, it's only going to cost you like $20, $30, maybe $40, to get that. They're not really that expensive. Depending on who you buy from, they might even make it cheaper. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this mask. There's not really anything else special about it. It's just like any other Cold War mask. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.